It's 2 a.m. You're lying in bed, eyes open, staring at nothing. And they're in your head again. Not because you want them there. You've tried everything to push them out. You've deleted the photos. You've stopped checking their social media. You've told yourself 1,000 times it's over. Move on. But your brain doesn't listen. It plays the memories on repeat. The good ones hurt the most. Their laugh, the way they looked at you, that one night where everything felt perfect, and you hate yourself for it, because logically you know it's done. Logically you know they're not coming back. Logically you know you deserve better. But logic has nothing to do with this. Something in your brain is holding on, gripping tight, refusing to release them no matter how badly you want to be free. And tonight I'm going to explain exactly what that something is. Not opinions, not theories. The actual science of why your brain is betraying you. Once you understand what's happening inside your head, everything will start to make sense. Before we get into this, drop your country in the comments. Heartbreak doesn't care about geography. It hits the same everywhere. Let me see where you're watching from tonight. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why you can't just decide to stop thinking about them? You've made the decision, probably multiple times. You've said the words out loud. I'm done. I'm moving on. They don't deserve space in my head. But then 3 hours later, there they are. Again, uninvited, taking up space like they pay rent in your mind. Here's why that happens. Your brain doesn't process a breakup the way you think it does. When you lose someone you love, your brain registers it the same way it registers physical withdrawal, like coming off a drug, because in many ways that's exactly what's happening. Let me explain. When you were with your ex, your brain was getting regular hits of dopamine. That's the chemical responsible for pleasure and reward. Every text from them, every time they touched you, every moment of connection, dopamine. Your brain got used to it, started expecting it, built an entire reward system around this person, and then suddenly the supply stopped. No more texts that make your heart jump. No more presence that makes you feel safe. No more hits of the chemical your brain learned to depend on. So what does your brain do? It panics. It starts craving what it lost, obsessively, desperately, the same way an addict craves their next fix. This isn't weakness. This isn't you being pathetic. This is chemistry. Your brain is literally in withdrawal, and it will do anything to get that feeling back. That's why you keep checking their social media even though it hurts. That's why you reread old messages even though it makes you cry. That's why you fantasize about them coming back even though you know they won't. You're not crazy. You're an addict in recovery. And the drug was a person. Now let me tell you about something called pair bonding. Humans aren't designed to connect and disconnect easily. We're wired for attachment. Deep attachment. The kind that's supposed to last. When you fall in love, your brain releases oxytocin. This is the bonding chemical. The same one released between a mother and a newborn baby. It literally glues you to another person on a neurological level. Every intimate moment strengthened that bond. Every vulnerable conversation. Every night spent together. Your brain was building bridges, creating neural pathways dedicated specifically to this person. They became wired into you, and now they're gone. But the wiring remains. Your brain keeps sending signals down those pathways, expecting to find them at the other end. And when it doesn't, it sends pain signals instead. That's the ache you feel, the physical heaviness in your chest, the sensation of something missing. It's not metaphorical. It's your nervous system searching for a connection that no longer exists. Have you ever felt that physical ache? Like something has been ripped from inside you? That heaviness that won't go away? Tell me in the comments. I want you to know you're not alone in this. Now here's something that might surprise you. Your brain doesn't care if the relationship was bad for you. You could know with complete certainty that your ex was wrong for you, toxic even, and your brain will still hold on. Because attachment isn't logical. It doesn't evaluate whether someone was good or bad. It only knows connection happened. Bond formed. Now bond is broken. This is why people miss exes who treated them terribly. This is why you can know someone was wrong for you and still cry yourself to sleep over them. This is why friends saying you're better off without them doesn't help. Your logical brain agrees with them. Your emotional brain isn't listening. And right now your emotional brain is running the show. Let me tell you about memory and why it's making this harder. After a breakup, something interesting happens with your memories. Your brain starts filtering. It pushes the bad memories to the background and highlights the good ones. Psychologists call this rosy retrospection. You stop remembering the arguments, the disappointments, the times they made you feel small. Instead, you remember the first date, the inside jokes, the way they smiled at you when nobody else was looking. Your brain is editing the movie, cutting out the painful scenes, leaving you with a highlight reel of a relationship that didn't actually exist. This isn't fair, but your brain isn't trying to be fair. It's trying to pull you back, trying to recreate the bond, trying to get that dopamine supply restored. So it romanticizes the past, makes your ex look better than they were, makes the relationship seem more magical than it actually was, and you believe it, because it's your own brain telling you this story. But it's not the truth. It's a craving disguised as a memory. Now let me talk about why no contact is so hard. Every time you reach out to your ex or check their social media or drive by their house, you're giving your brain a tiny hit of what it's craving. Not enough to satisfy, but enough to keep the addiction alive. It's like an alcoholic taking small sips, telling themselves it doesn't count. But each sip resets the withdrawal clock. Every time you look at their Instagram, you reset the clock. Every time you text them, you reset the clock. Every time you ask a friend about them, you reset the clock. Your brain never gets the chance to fully withdraw, to rewire, to build new pathways that don't lead to them. This is why no contact works, and why it's so incredibly difficult. You're not just avoiding a person. You're denying your brain a substance it's addicted to, and your brain will fight you every step of the way. It will rationalize. Just one look won't hurt. Just one text to see how they're doing. Just one more conversation for closure. But closure isn't what your brain wants. Another hit is what it wants, and it will use any excuse to get it. So how do you actually let go when your brain is working against you? First, you need to understand that time isn't magic. People say time heals all wounds. That's only partially true. Time creates distance, but what you do with that time matters more than the time itself. If you spend 6 months stalking their social media and replaying memories you won't heal, you'll just be 6 months deep into the same wound. Healing happens when you actively help your brain rewire, not just wait and hope it figures things out. Second, you need to starve the addiction. No contact isn't about punishing them or playing games. It's about giving your brain the space it needs to withdraw and recover. Every day without contact, your brain builds new neural pathways. It starts to learn that survival is possible without them. The cravings slowly quiet, but this only works if you're consistent. One peek at their profile can undo weeks of progress. Treat this like the addiction it is, and protect your recovery like your peace depends on it, because it does. Third, you need to interrupt the highlight reel. When your brain starts romanticizing, remember this. You're not remembering reality. You're remembering a carefully edited version designed to pull you back. Force yourself to recall the full picture. The times they hurt you. The ways they fell short. The reasons it ended. Write them down if you have to. Keep the list somewhere you can see it. Your brain wants to forget why you left. Your job is to remind it. Fourth, you need to redirect the craving. Your brain is craving dopamine, connection, pleasure, the feeling of being wanted. Your ex isn't the only source. Exercise floods your brain with endorphins. New experiences create dopamine. Deep friendships release oxytocin. You can give your brain what it's missing without going back to the person who hurt you. The craving will say only they can fix this. That's a lie. Your brain just hasn't found the alternatives yet. Fifth, you need patience with yourself. This isn't a week-long process. Depending on how deep the bond was, it could take months, sometimes longer. There will be setbacks, days where you feel like you're back at the beginning, moments where you almost break and reach out. That's not failure, that's withdrawal. And every time you survive an urge without acting on it, you get stronger. Your brain is literally rebuilding itself. Be patient with the construction. Finally, you need to understand what's waiting on the other side. Right now, your brain is convinced that letting go means losing something precious. That's why it's holding on so tight. But what you're actually losing is the pain, the obsession, the prison of loving someone who isn't there. On the other side of this is freedom, space in your head for new thoughts, room in your heart for someone who actually stays. Your brain can't imagine that future yet. It's too focused on the past, but the future is there, waiting for you to arrive, waiting for you to finish grieving what was so you can finally receive what could be. You'll get there, not by forcing yourself to forget, but by understanding what's happening and working with your brain instead of against it. If this video helped something click in your head, I need you to subscribe right now. This channel is about understanding the psychology of relationships, why we feel what we feel, why we can't always control our hearts, and how to find our way back to ourselves after love breaks us open. Hit that like button if you finally understand why you couldn't just move on. Share this with someone who's lying awake tonight, thinking about someone who's already gone, someone who thinks they're weak because they can't let go. They need to know it's not weakness. It's chemistry, and it can be overcome. Drop a comment and tell me, how long has it been? How long have you been trying to let go? Sometimes just saying it out loud starts the real healing. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, your brain is holding on because it was wired to. But wires can be changed. Pathways can be rebuilt. And you are not a prisoner of a love that ended. You just haven't finished healing yet. Give yourself time. Give yourself grace. And keep going. You're closer than you think. This is Voices of the Forgotten, where human behavior explained, where patterns, emotions, and hidden motives come to light.